Wow, it's episode 90. What can we do for fun tonight? How about checking in with a super geeker from 78 episodes ago? It's time for a trip report and Geekin on Walt Disney World. Welcome to episode 90 of the Geekin on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your co-host, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast that will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. But first, I have to bring on my co-host and the sweetest, the cutest, and the smartest Disney daughter in the world, Lindsay.
Hi, geeks.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Ed.
How come you're yawning?
It's
You're taking a nap? A long week. I know it's Friday. We're up late because we want to get a podcast.
We're usually podcasting late, though.
Yeah, we've been doing that.
It's funny because we record late, and then most people listen in the morning to listen to podcasts.
I was up at 4:30 this morning.
Oh, you're an early riser.
And it's 9 o'clock, but I'm feeling great. I mean, I've been excited all day to do this podcast. Because we're
one of our favorites.
We're one of our favorite what? Super geeks.
Yes.
Coming back on. And he's one of our oldest super geekers from way back in episode 12. Our first listener, Lindsay, to wear a Geekin on WDW t-shirt in the parks. And he first coined the phrase, "It's 11 a.m. somewhere." Welcome back, Glen Kessler, to the show.
Oh, shucks. Thanks for having me back, guys.
Yes, you've been such a great contributor to forums and all that jazz. And I really loved your Facebook pictures from your trip, which is what, Glenn, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, a week and a half already.
A week and a half. And, well, actually, back there on episode 12, you came on. We were talking about DVC and questions that you had. And I think that you were already planning this trip. This goes back like a year and a half almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I have become a kind of a neurotic planner for Disney through this process. And no thanks to you. You've been, stoking my my curiosity, my interest, and listening to the podcast every week.
Well, we're gonna do some of our usual community shout outs and Mama Says, and then we'll get into Glenn's trip report, which he sent me a really good outline of lots of fun things that he did.
He knows how to do it. Right.
You could tell he was having a great time, and I can't wait to get into depth on that trip report. It's going to be a lot of fun. First, I want to mention, though, for our trip coming up in March of 2016, we are going to be doing a live event. Come see us and meet us live on March 20th. That's a Sunday. And guess what time and where? Lindsay.
11 o'clock in the Epcot Mexico Pavilion.
That's right.
Outside at, was it La Cantina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we get our margaritas. And then we're also talking about, I put out there in the Facebook group, to do a wine trail around World Showcase. Now, Mama chimed in there and said, let's do it later in the day. So we haven't settled in on whether it's going to be a margarita and then a wine trail. But
just wine? I can't get my mixed drink in China.
We're still working it out. But it's going to be a fun World Showcase. Come with the geekers walking around. And we'll have our T-shirts on. So you'll be able to find us right by them. We haven't got our T-shirts yet.
I know, we're bad.
It was so cool when Glenn... One of the first pictures he posted was himself. Actually, he was in Mexico, right, Glenn?
Yes. And
he had his T-shirt.
Totally shocked us that we saw someone else wearing them before we even got ours. But that was so cool.
I teased the surprise,
yes.
And I was so excited to see the response that you guys would have to that, and it was perfect.
You got us, and I think we said you could have really been a triple double if you had a margarita in your hand.
A margarita, yeah. I know. It wasn't 11 a.m. either. It was.
Hey, you've got a young family. I can't promote all that shenanigans that we do. But we'll get into that too. What a cute family! Holy cow! What great pictures! And you're going down there at a great time, Glenn. So I know you had a great time. All right. I want to give a community shout out to a new listener, Barbara Barnes. Hello, Barbara. She liked our Facebook page, and I contacted her, got her right into our new Facebook group, which is getting a lot of fun.
You grabbed her in real fast.
Yeah. Started chatting with her, and she's into cruises. So she was out there perusing the iTunes world looking for podcasts to listen to, saw that we had one on a cruise with Jen Galambus, and got her hooked. And she's actually been on 8 cruises herself, and she was chatting around with some of our friends on the Facebook page. So I just want to remind you guys, you want to get on the Facebook page, you're welcome. We have a couple of them, actually. One is a private one. You can only be on there if you're a super geeker who's been on the show, like Glenn. But the other one is for all our listeners. So just friend me on Facebook, like our Facebook page, find me somehow, Twitter, email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com, and I will chat with you and see. We want to keep that a safe place. No trolls. Yeah. So far, it's been awesome. That was one thing Judy said to me. That's the one thing she loves about it, that everyone is positive and having a good time and learning from each other a lot of times. Speaking of learning, Jeff McCartney, who was on last week, actually, Glenn, you were just telling me you really enjoyed that show this past week. He was a lot of fun. Last Friday night, we had Jeff on, and he put in the Facebook group, Lindsay, he wanted to know more about the Illuminations dessert party. He's trying to think of something that they could do down there, a little something special. And I thought, did we ever talk about the Illuminations dessert party at all?
I think twice.
We did?
It was very briefly. It wasn't officially this is.
Yeah, so I wanted to just chat 2 minutes about that, because just to give him an idea when he listens. And I did tell him which episode I actually live recorded from that, so he could listen in to. I can't recall if we actually chatted and I recorded while we were eating desserts.
I have no idea.
I know I did.
I was really into that pudding.
Well, tell Jeff where they have the dessert party, at least when we were there, unless they didn't change it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's been there for a while. It's between when you're walking to World Showcase to where the Mexico Pavilion is and Test Track. So it's that big building where they put Brewworks during the
that building looks like Festival. It's out of a place between Test Track.
Yeah, and it's also where the first aid center is. So if you know where that is, it's that bathroom. Same building, and there's a restroom there too. So it's right near that restroom that's on that walkway to the World Showcase.
Yeah,
and they do it outside, right near the bathrooms. If the weather's nice outside, if it's bad, they go inside, which is where we were inside because it was drizzling.
We had threatening weather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember all of the desserts they had?
I remember it was categorized by country. So they had a dessert from each different country. They had, I know they had the English pudding and stuff that I had.
Right.
Well, it wasn't English pudding. It was something else. But it was like a pudding, but not like the English kind of pudding. It was a sweet pudding from England.
And they had ice cream.
And ice cream, yep. And
make your own sundaes.
And then they had add your own liquor to your own sparkling wine stuff from different countries. And it was really, really good. I actually really enjoyed it. And they had your standard Disney desserts with the little
what was it, for a couple hours?
I think it was 2 hours before. We got there right when it was going to open. We actually got there 15 minutes before and got our
So it was around 7, right? And because Illuminations is at 9.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and then
you got to look at what your reservations for.
Then you kind of just mosey on over and you get special preview seating.
Yeah, you get if you know where the Fast Pass area is.
Right.
What is it? Is it the Fast Pass in the middle? I think it's the Fast Pass in the middle. And then on the left-hand side of the Fast Pass, if you're looking towards World Showcase, that whole area is reserved for Illuminations dessert party patrons. So.
Do you remember what it cost?
I want to say $35 a person. It's probably gone up because I know Wish's dessert party has gone up. So.
Yeah. But what'd you think? Did you enjoy it?
I think it was worth it.
It was better than one over at Magic Kingdom, I thought. The Magic Kingdom didn't have sparkling wine.
I think, that helps. But I think
it didn't have as big. The one at Magic Kingdom was kind of finger desserts.
I think it was really the location for Magic Kingdom. I mean, it was a great place to watch Wishes from, like no doubt, because it's in Magic Kingdom. It's hard to find a comfortable place to watch Wishes to begin with. I think that was out of all the choices that there is, it's a great place to watch Wishes. But for Illuminations, it really was perfect because you got a little snack, and there was a lot of space. It didn't feel like they overcrowded it at the party, so
I wasn't feeling that great that night too.
Yeah, you weren't doing too good, but I had a wonderful time.
I had a great time. We had some fun.
We stepped right outside for Wishes, I think 10 minutes before, and got a perfect spot right up against the railing.
Right.
So
it's really cool, and you can still do that with the Fast Pass without doing the dessert party. I think that's a great tip,
I definitely
actually.
recommend the Fast Pass if you're not into Soarin' or
and some of
Track.
Some of those rockets, fireworks are coming almost right underneath you.
I know, because the handicap section is actually right next to the Fast Pass section. You can when you're standing there, the rockets fire right off in front of you, and it scares the out of you.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's quite an experience if you've never seen Illuminations from that spot before.
Erica Murphy suggested doing the sleigh ride over at Fort Wilderness.
Okay,
because he's gonna be there around Christmas time. Huh?
I was like, what?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say when he was looking for. The other thing I thought I would tell Jeff too, if he's looking for something to do, if he hasn't already. Now he's been going forever. I gotta ask him and put this out there, but doing the backstage tours like Magic Kingdom or Epcot, or even like we did. Mm-hmm. We've done those two, and we did the Animal Kingdom one. So
I like the Animal Kingdom.
I would really suggest doing the Magic Kingdom one if you had never done that. Right? Is it called Keys to the Kingdom, I think?
I think there's two of them that run there. There's the one that goes into the Haunted Mansion. There's all different ones.
Yeah.
So the Keys to the
one
Kingdom,
that goes underneath
I think that's Keys to the Kingdom.
Yeah, that's the one that goes underneath.
That one's the long one.
Yeah. But I would definitely recommend that if you've never done that and you're looking for something different to do, that is my suggestion for sure. All right. Mama says she only had one for me, and it's a rumor. Rumorville. Soarin' may be going down for a long refurb in January. And so I did a little Googling of this and found on mouseforless.com, Soarin' will undergo expansion in the coming months when work is complete. In late 2016, the attraction will include a new film, Soarin' Around the World, as well as an additional theater, which you can see that being built. You can see the cranes over there now.
Yeah, I thought the theater was already almost done.
I don't know.
But
the new film will feature an aerial tour of the globe above some of the world's most iconic landmarks on every continent. Soarin' will also get updates to its screens and projection system, which is very much needed.
It desperately needs it really bad.
Bringing a visually enhanced experience. The attraction is expected to remain open during most of this work, although some sources say a 6-month closure is possible. Boy, that would be a bummer for us if that starts in January, but that's rumor. That was one Mama said I had to know. All right. That's all I had for those intro kinds of things. And now the featured event, the Glen Kessler trip report. Hey, Glenn, so when did you go to Walt Disney World?
Let's see. So we went September 30th. So that was like a Wednesday. And came back on Monday the 5th, October 5th.
All right. Now, who is in your gang? On this trip?
So when we started the whole planning process, Kurt, there were 4 in our gang. My wife and my 2 little boys. AJ would be 4 and Harrison 2. And we talked with you guys about renting DVC buying DVC. We ended up renting DVC points, and we locked in a non-refundable, we came to find out, DVC rental at the Bay Lake Tower. And then a week later found out that we were pregnant. And so our 4 became 5, and it would mean that we would have somewhere around a 2 or 3 month old on the trip. So
wow.
That then set into motion my parents, who love going to Disney and go pretty often every year, a couple of years, that they would come and help. So we ended up swelling up to 7.
Now, what kind of accommodations at Bay Lake Tower did you have?
Yeah, so we locked in on a 1-bedroom, kind of thinking that my wife and I would sleep in the one room, and then the two boys would happily hang out in the main room, watch TV and have snacks and stuff like that. And then we were kind of stuck with that. So
okay.
So then it ended up kind of being my wife and the 3-month-old sleeping in the master bedroom, and then the boys and I, kind of camping out in the main room. So
the pull out. So you had the pull out couch and the chair couch thing.
Yeah, right. And they're actually, I found them pretty comfortable. So
Yeah.
we were all happy, the 5 of us in there.
Yeah, those pull out couches. Well, Lindsay probably will disagree, but for pull-out couches, I mean, I've slept on some bad pull-out couches in my life. These are pretty comfortable. I actually kind of like that little bed thing. When I'm tired, boy, I'll fall asleep just about anywhere in Disney World. But but it's hard to beat that. The king bed though in the master bedroom bedroom and the king bed is fantastic, isn't it, Glenn?
The whole resort and that room, I mean, was beyond our expectations. I actually just finished writing a review on the Disney website. That I don't know, the pictures, the videos, they just don't do it justice. How large the rooms are, how classy the rooms are. So I was pretty impressed.
So how many times have you been to Disney World? Then?
I went as a kid, and maybe 8 and 10, and then actually the family moved out to California, and we got to do Disneyland a couple of times while we were there. But then I hadn't been back until just about 6 years ago when my wife and I went just solo before the kids. And that was it. And then it's been 6 years since we've been.
Awesome. So the kids have never been. And
nope.
And where did you stay 6 years ago down there?
We did a split stay. We decided to treat ourselves to a real nice night at the Swan. Should have been a couple more nights, and then to save a buck, we switched over to Pop Century, and that was hard. Probably should have done it in reverse in hindsight. But,
so now that you've tried DVC, are you spoiled?
Totally.
I know the feeling. We made the progression ourselves. So over 15 years, we made the progression. And I don't know. So from our last podcast recording, did any of our chatting about DVC and did it live up to its hype?
Absolutely. And, I had a real question. I think I asked you twice about it on the podcast. Like, does the theming, or lack of theming really not bother you? And no, it's so gorgeous, so elegant. And you had said, location, like being that close to Magic Kingdom is its own, kind of theming. And I get what you mean because, there's a lot of windows. There are a lot of views. Yeah. The Skywalk, the Sky Bridge, the Top of the World Lounge, the California Grill. The Magic Kingdom is like always present, and Seven Seas Lagoon, and the Grand Floridian and the Polynesian all within sight. Right. I mean, you're in it, but you're removed from it in a just enough of a way that I felt like it was was really pleasing. It was it hit the mark for me.
Yes, it's got a vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But like you said, I mean, I never felt crowded there either. Yeah, you hardly see anybody, especially up in the villas. I mean, you may see a couple people in the hallways, but
it's not. It's
quiet, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's not bustling.
We didn't really see a lot of people.
I've heard people
hallways or anywhere. Yeah,
the Contemporary can be bustling depending on what time you're there. But if you sound like to be an early guy too. Did you get a nice coffee run and walk through over the Sky Bridge and check out the Contemporary?
We were pretty commando. There was I don't drink much coffee, but my wife's a big coffee drinker. So yeah, we hit up that place on the first floor of the Contemporary.
Yeah,
as you're heading out. But we were to the parks, at the crack of dawn most mornings. Not much time for touristing, but we got some time later in the trip. Things kind of eased up a little bit, and we enjoyed the resorts a bit more.
One thing is I perused your bullets here. I don't know that you told me where you ate too much. Did you guys eat?
No, we just skipped that. Yeah, we
see a couple.
We're big foodies too, and we wanted to be down there during Epcot's Food and Wine Festival, and we got there twice. We didn't want to book a lot of sit down meals because the kids are such an intangible. We didn't really know if they would want to sit through a meal.
I agree with you. Yeah, your kids are young.
Yeah, and they've got the cancellation policy now, which is I think it's $10 per person if you don't cancel 24 hours.
I thought it was $20 per person.
How much is it?
20
even.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Oh, per person.
Per person.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty steep.
I didn't know that.
And I think it's 24 hours exactly. So.
Yeah, I get you there. I mean, did you do any character meals?
We did. I'm sorry if I didn't include that in notes. So we did. We had wanted to do Chef Mickey's that first night, but just couldn't get, even, waking up at whatever midnight, 180 days in advance, couldn't get Chef Mickey's until 8:10 in the night. And of course I knew kids would be down by then. Yeah. So we went with Hollywood and Vine, which is over at the Hollywood Studios. And that's got Jake and Doc McStuffins, Handy Manny, and Sophia. And they watch those guys, on the TV.
Okay.
So that was a thrill for them.
Excellent. Well, all right. We're going to step through this day by day, just like you gave me. And so you guys, sounds like you're doing what we're doing. You get up at the crack of, not even dawn, before dawn. Who's
my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's wrestling all these young guys out at 4:00 in the morning?
Well, they're pretty early risers to start with, so they've wrestled us into submission.
Were they excited?
All of them. Yeah.
Were they excited, Glenn?
Yeah, they were excited. I have kind of a funny story to tell. So the morning started with us on a 7 a.m. flight, which means catching the shuttle bus in front of our house at 4:20. So we were all up at around 3:30 in the morning. On that
That's
day.
like us, right, Lindsay?
Yeah.
So we load up into the the shuttle bus. We're moving to the airport. Everything's going okay. The kids are excited. The flight's easy. We get into Orlando and get to Magical Express. Again, they're excited. They're so excited. I'm excited for them.
Yeah.
We're pumping them up in Magical Express, and then about 20 minutes into the Magical Express ride, they're asleep. And it's so sweet. Give them a little nap, no problem.
And it's only a 30-minute ride.
There's like 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
And I don't know, kids have this ability. They go into REM like immediately or something. I don't know. So we pulled into the into the Contemporary Resort, and I said, "Okay, guys, it's time to get up." And they're not waking up. They would not. Our first, stepping down onto Magic Kingdom soil. They're asleep. I'm holding them. I put them down in the planters while I go grab the other one because they're like, "Got the baby." Totally unceremonious start to the trip. It was really, really funny. So I got some nice pictures of them sleeping with the as you go through the toll plaza.
Well, this reminds me of when I was doing my research many, many years ago when the kids were little. We were reading the book we always rave about, which is the Unofficial Guide. And the one thing, we had the author on actually one of our podcasts.
Yeah.
We talked about this, but as parents, especially if you've never been to Disney World, you get so excited, you get the kids all pumped up, and you have these little bit of disappointments sometimes. Right? You're like, "Oh, I can't wait till they see the place," and you get there and they're sleeping. It's like,
absolutely. All the hopes and all the dreams and all the months of planning, and I'll get into this actually in the first 2 days, where like a lot of kind of dealing with unexpectedness of what kids can do versus the plan. And, I just went back to my, my happy places, like, kind of, we're there to have fun, not get things done. But
you got to get that frame of mind. Things aren't always going to, and you had an infant, right? So besides the two.
Well, he was actually the easiest of the bunch, because he just, attach him to your body or stick him in a stroller, and he's kind of chill. It was actually mostly our 2-year-old who got pooped very easily, and my father was like not happy with all the walk-in and all the all the moving around. So.
Well, yeah, so we have 3. You've got 3. Hopefully, they start to mellow out on that third one. Lindsay, I don't know. She was a tough baby. Colic was her thing, Glenn. She was.
Yeah, our
colic.
eldest said that. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Was your little guy sleeping through the night even?
Yeah, he's pretty good actually. Yeah. He's one of these big babies. He's like 95th percentile, so that means a big belly.
Yeah, stuff him up.
Long stretch.
Stuff him up, and he'll sleep right through the night. Perfect. I see another note here. You forgot your stroller.
Oh my God! Yes.
Where did you? At home?
Yeah. So like it's 4:20 in the freaking morning, right? So I've got all of our luggage set out. I've got everything organized. I mean, I should have taken a picture. I've got every kid's clothes each day in a bag. Everything's labeled. It's super organized, and we walk out the door, and I forgot the double stroller, which we needed. So we have no stroller and 3 kids, and that was a real hassle. Getting around the airport and everything like that. We ended up renting like on the fly. Thank goodness for the technology. I'm on my phone,
sure,
on the drive, making a reservation, and found a company that had the stroller dropped off. Not that day, but the next day in the morning. So we just had to go one day without it. But there was one of those moments, and it's just like, you get everything organized and everything planned and all your research and stuff like that. And then, boom, right off the bat, kind of unexpected.
A big item like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as bad as one of my friends who forgot their license on their way to the airport.
Oh, man.
So,
how do you do that?
I tell you, it's the biggest fear when, you really got to have a list and mark these things off, because you get hectic at the end there, and you end up. I don't know how you forgot a stroller, but that's a big item to forget.
No doubt.
You got to put it like in the walkway before, so you trip over it.
Yeah, definitely. It was stacked up with all the stuff, but that's what you get for that 4:20 a.m.
I know what you mean. Yeah, you're half asleep. All right, now I know you did a lot of research and a lot of planning, but you're saying you had a kind of a little big party, and you want to go commando, and others maybe don't, right?
Yeah. I wanted to do a lot of stuff, and it turned out we would come to find out that the 4-year-old AJ was really excited about doing a lot of stuff, but everybody else, mom and the 2-year-old and the infant, and then my folks as well. They didn't really want to do everything. They were happy with a ride or two, kind of walking around, looking around, just taking it all in.
Yeah.
And so, there was a little bit of kind of conflict at the beginning. And it took us a couple days, to kind of figure out, how the trip was going to go for us.
Yeah. How the dynamics of the group are going to work this out. So did you and AJ then finally ditch them guys and do your own thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, we did. We actually we checked in at the hotel that first day. It was like 9 a.m. and then so we've got the whole day still. Yeah, and we went over to Epcot. Grabbed a couple items of food, and then went on Spaceship Earth, our first fast pass, and that was it for. Five members of the group were tired after that and wanted to leave.
Holy cow!
Yeah, so. It was, I don't know, it was 11 or round about noon or something like that. And they were pooped from, waking up so early and doing all that. Mm-hmm. And of course, I've got, 2 more fast passes planned. Yeah. We actually had a little, kind of an exciting thing. So we got off, Spaceship Earth, and everyone was really excited, more excited than we probably should have been on Spaceship Earth. But nevertheless,
we get it. We get that, Lindsay, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We know what you're talking about.
You get that
Mama loves that ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good ride. It's a fun ride. Yeah. And the kind of funny, the cutout faces, the Terrence and Phillip type faces.
Yeah, the video and all that. That's right.
The second half. That's very funny. Well, we're so excited, and we get off the ride, and there's 2 cast members there, and my 4-year-old, he's high-fiving the cast member and everything like that. They say, why don't you guys go again? Why don't you go again? So I say, that's so nice. We don't have to wait in the line. We'll go again. Sure. So the whole family piled in, and I said to the guy, what do they call that? That's pixie dust or something like that. And he says, yeah. And so we go on the ride, and we come back the second time, and we get off, and the other cast member, she's got a couple of pieces of paper in her hand, and she says, "This is what we call a magical moment." She's very clear about the nomenclature. And she gives us 3 fast passes, just paper fast passes. Says you can go on anything in the park you want to.
Oh, nice. So that's a bonus.
Really cool.
Yeah, so that gives you 4 really straight away.
Yeah, so that was like our first ride, turned into this really special.
So what did you end up using the fast passes for?
Well, so like I said, everybody left, so it was just me and AJ.
So that's all right. Well, at least, they went back and crashed at the room then.
Yeah, absolutely. So we headed over, my little thrill seeker, to Test Track. We went right over to Test Track.
Nice. What do you think of that?
He loved it. He was really into it, designing the car and everything. I mean, we ended up making something that looked more like Mad Max than a Chevrolet, but
that's what it's there for.
It was awesome. It was fun. That was my first time on Test Track. We didn't get on that the last time we were there.
Sure.
So yes, and then he was thrilled. We won. Whatever they give you the score.
Yeah.
He got the highest score, and he was just thrilled. Nice. He was so excited.
I get excited when I get.
So
the
you
highest
had some.
Everyone does.
You had some real good dad-son time then.
Oh, it was amazing. We actually, I mean, it was pretty wild. Is like we did every single ride in Epcot except Ellen's Energy Adventure.
Nice.
Wow.
We were running around. So we did, Turtle Talk, which is really funny. I was shocked. Yeah. That's like actually funny. I would go back again without him and just listen.
I'm with you on that, Glenn. And I'm always like, Lindsay and Mama don't want to go with me. I could go there and watch the kids and listen to Crush every time. I think that's a hidden gem over there.
Totally.
I'm glad you said that. I love that one over there.
Yeah, and we had to go on Journey to Imagination for Judy. Hey, Judy.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
And Captain EO throwing me back to the 80s. There was a family, mother, father about my age, and then their kids, and they were getting a picture taken in front of the words Captain EO in the waiting area. And I said, "Oh, let me take your picture," and I said, "Did you go on this when you were young?" And they said, "Yeah, it's classic." And I said, "I feel the same way." And all the kids are looking at us like, "Come on." But it's great stuff.
Awesome. Did you go on Soarin'?
We got on Soarin' with our second fast pass, I think, the extra paper fast passes that we had.
Nice.
So we got a bunch of extra fast passes, so we got to just keep using them.
Oh, that was good because you were over there a little bit later, and you probably would have had a pretty good wait if you didn't have a fast pass.
Yeah, no, we were real lucky. Yeah, because I'm trying to think, we had booked a couple of fast passes and through the app, and then those paper fast passes. So we got to go on pretty much everything. Yeah, I'll tell you all the podcasts and the research and everything, the entire trip stood in a line longer than about 15 minutes.
Was that from your research, or were the crowds just kind of pretty decent?
No, I think there were serious crowds, but it was just it was a combination of the research and just using the Disney Experience app and just kind of looking at the numbers, and the numbers were pretty accurate most of the time.
And you were using that strategy of early morning, and I think if we ever get to the next days here, we'll find out you had some late nights. That's fine. We're not even done with this first day. You got some other things here. You did a character meet.
Yeah, we got to meet Mickey and Goofy, and actually that was a fast pass on the fly. So it's near the fast pass replenishment area. So we saw that we could add that on because there was about a 20-minute wait for that, and just walked up to Mickey and Goofy. And AJ was so happy to meet. That was his first character he'd seen, and of course it was good that it was Mickey. So
perfect.
He's hugging him and everything, and then Goofy's my favorite, so I'm doing the Goofy dance, the hot dog dance with Goofy.
Now, where is this character meet?
This is it's kind of in Innoventions. I don't quite know how to describe it other than that. It's kind of just in the middle in Innoventions, kind of area in front of the land pavilion.
Right. And what kind of Mickey dress did you have?
He was like striped pants. I got to look at it now. You're quizzing me. Goofy was normal. He was just kind of dressed up in his normal colors, but Mickey had.
I don't know how many suits Mickey has.
Yeah, so many different
hundreds,
suits.
Probably. That was a trick question.
Yes, yeah. I can't find it in my pictures.
Well, you were mentioning that it was hot.
Yeah, it was. We were shocked. The first 3 days, it was in the 90s. It was 90, 95, and we were all sweating, and it was a lot hotter than I expected. Being October, and of course we're in the kind of the Washington D.C. area, and it was a good 10, 20 degrees colder up here. So we were really shocked by those 90s, and it cooled off after that. But
I know what you mean. What time did you finally get out of Epcot?
I think we left around 7 p.m.
Okay.
Something like that. So that was a long day. That was like 10 hours in the park that he and I were there, and
so you took the monorail back over.
Monorail back over, and we were so sweaty and stinky that I said to him, we're jumping in that pool.
Nice. Good for you.
So we changed and we went into the pool, did a couple of water slides, and
how do you like the slide over there at the Bay Lake?
Yeah, it's a good slide. It's neat. They actually have a light at the top that goes red and green, tells you when to go and not go. That was unexpected.
Yeah, you got a hot tub over there.
Yeah, I didn't make it to that. Yeah. Not much adult time on this trip, but the little guy was having such a great time.
The kids love the hot tub. I always see the kids in the hot tub. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Try that next
time.
All right. So day 2. What time did you get up and head on over to, where were you going day 2?
Day 2 was going to be Magic Kingdom. So this was, this was us trying to become family of the day and listening to all the, the smart people about what you're supposed to do. And I think it was someone on the podcast a couple of weeks ago who had said, go real early. And she had said for an 8 o'clock, park opening, maybe be there at 7 o'clock or 6:30 or something like that. So I took that at face value. So we're up walking over there, and we literally were the first people there at the Magic Kingdom.
That's unbelievable. No, I don't remember us ever saying that earlier, though. It starts at the show starts 15 minutes before the park opening. Mm-hmm. So well, Lindsay, what would you say? Be there if you really wanted to be there.
Like an hour at least before.
Yeah.
At least.
So get there.
Really? At least an hour.
7.
Okay.
Then you got 40 people.
It was a ghost town. It really was a ghost town until, probably right about that hour mark. There were maybe only a dozen people there.
Yeah.
And we got all dressed up in our matching outfits, bright red matching Mickey outfits.
I saw those outfits. That was awesome. How did you not get picked as family of the day?
I don't know. We were really adorable.
I know it, and you were there first. I mean, you probably beat the guy who picks the family of the day.
Yeah, maybe. When we got there were just some security guards. They were nice, but they were like, "What are you doing here this early?"
Yeah, right. So, I kind of, what I love. You've always heard me talk about how much I love the mornings, but and I love just kind of seeing the parks opening up, the boats running, the security, the maids and staff coming in. I don't know. I love the mornings, but I don't know. That was really early to be heading over to the park.
To that point, Kurt, I mean, it feels more intimate in the morning because later in the day there's thousands and thousands of people there. You're just one of so many faces. But at that point, I mean, it was us and the security guards were having conversations. The next family comes up, we chat with them, and then we look at them like, are they going to win the family of the day? So, but it was such a unique and special, kind of different dynamic that, it was much more intimate. We have a Six Flags theme park around here that we have season passes to. And in the early spring, we go there, and the park has maybe 20 or 30 people that are in. And it feels like your park, and it's such a wonderful feeling. And that was kind of how it felt, right up until, half hour before, and then there were thousands of people.
But even so, was it extra magic hours? So it's opened up at 8?
Yeah, it was extra. 8 a.m. open. Yeah,
so you really deployed another great strategy to get a lot of rides in by getting there early, extra magic hours. And I think did you have kind of an intimate time going on over to Fantasyland?
Kind of.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the morning show?
I would have enjoyed the morning show. My wife and the 4 and 2-year-old enjoyed the morning show, but right as the morning show was starting, the infant screamed and like he was being murdered. So I had to run away as far out as I could without going actually outside of the gates. And a couple of the cast members that were there were laughing at us, and we were like, "He really hates the morning show."
Oh,
yeah, I guess he does.
Scared him or something.
I don't know. So he screamed through the whole morning show, and I finally caught back up with them, and thousands of people were going in, and then my wife was like, "I need coffee," so now stopped on Main Street, and by the time we got to Fantasyland, we wanted to do Peter Pan first, and it already had a 20-minute wait, and
okay.
We got out of there.
So first one's there, and you got delayed getting into
I know. Right?
Can't win.
That's the way it works.
And then Mine Train was at 30 minutes by the time we got out of Peter Pan. So we're like, wow, this is...
That's not too bad.
30 minutes? Yeah, I'm surprised it was that short.
Yeah.
Did you have fast passes for the morning there?
No, I had a fast pass for it for a couple of days from then when we were going to go back. So we skipped it. That 30 minutes was going to be too much, I think, for the little guys.
Yeah, sure. That's not a bad queue though for actually, but I know I can understand you guys are little, but that queue is actually moved pretty good at 30 minutes. I'd be borderline doing it, but yeah, I know because there is some little bit of activity in there. You need some things to check out when you do the queue, but
yeah, those games because we went later. Those games were really fun. The kids enjoyed.
Okay, yeah. All right, so you did Pooh and Enchanted Tales. Buzz, Pirates. You started cranking them out there pretty commando.
Yeah, well, and this again, I think this is AJ and I.
Oh, okay.
And only I think the rest of the party is left.
Left them in the dust.
Yeah, the whole family. My parents, kind of met up with us, and we hung out in Gaston's Tavern and ate these massive cinnamon rolls and the LeFou's brew, and just they spent about an hour, just enjoying there.
So, did you know about Gaston's, or you just kind of stumble upon it?
I'd heard about the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
And it was kind of the perfect. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning because of the extra magic hours. It was still pretty early, and so that was wonderful. And the LeFou's brew is really good as well.
Yeah.
Now kept giving us brain freezes.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock in the morning, brain freeze. So yeah, because it's so hot out too. Now, what's for lunch?
Lunch was Be Our Guest. We got a really early, 11 a.m. Be Our Guest lunch reservation, and I was excited to, show everyone the beautiful interior, and so that was gorgeous. And we tried to, sit in the west wing, I think they call it, the kind of spooky room.
Yeah.
And that was all the seats were taken in there. So, that's the one knock I think is, because we had made the reservation and we even ordered ahead of time. You can order your whole meal 30 days in advance. We were all, kind of in that. But then you get there and you kind of have to, just look for a seat. And, we could have stood around and waited, but with the kids, it was just like, all right, let's go back into the, we were kind of right back by the entrance.
Yeah, that was our take on it. It was a little crowded. We kind of had a disappointing lunch there. We couldn't find a seat.
The food was good, but the seating just made it.
Yeah, it was crowded. We could not find a seat. And then we found one that had stuff all over it. They had to clear it off. That took them a long time to clear it off. It was a little awkward.
They came up to us and yelled at us, like, why did you sit down at a dirty table? I was like...
we circled the place 3 times.
No other tables. Yeah,
what you didn't give us much choice.
Yeah. Every man for himself.
Yeah, all right. that was unfortunate, but it was beautiful. I mean, it's snowing out the windows, and the theming is beautiful. It was really awesome, and the food was good. Yeah, I agree. The food was awesome.
How'd you finish up Magic Kingdom?
Let's see. We went to Buzz Lightyear a couple more times, and then that was back to the resort for naps. And here the brilliance of the Bay Lake Tower starts to reveal itself. We just walked back and then took naps, and then we came back to Magic Kingdom later and did Haunted Mansion and Pirates and a couple more rides.
Oh, beautiful!
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Very good. All right, I'm going to move on to day 2, or else we'll never get this trip.
Sorry.
No problem. Now, what's day? Now this is actually, we started with day 0 and day 1, so now we're into day 2.
And I love that, by the way, because day 0 feels like a bonus day, right?
Exactly.
When you say 0.
I like that. So. That's a programming thing too. I get it. It's
so day 2 is our third theme park. This is Hollywood Studios. So we had the character breakfast at Hollywood and Vine, and the kids loved it. Loved meeting the kids, and our AJ's got a nut allergy, a peanut and tree nut allergy, and so everywhere we go, we have to kind of let them know about that. And the chef was amazing at Hollywood and Vine. Well, really everywhere we went, and they walk him through and show him all the things that he can eat. So he had a Mickey waffle and all that good stuff.
So again, your research, you knew that from, I hope, listening to podcasts, because I know our friend Heather Brainerd talked a lot about that.
Yeah, a lot of tips from Heather on that kind of stuff. So that's much appreciated. And the other, I should say the other reason was a tip that we had heard, why to get the breakfast at Hollywood and Vine so early. AJ is into Star Wars, so he wanted to do the Jedi Academy. So they do the sign up for that very early in the morning as well. And so we were able to, get in, an hour before the park opened and sign him up for exactly the Jedi Academy time that fit into our fast pass window. So he was, he was all set for that.
Where'd you sign up for that?
It was right next to Hollywood and Vine, actually. I mean, they must kind of know. So we're just 20 paces beyond Hollywood and Vine, and they had a little table set up, and maybe 3 or 4 cast members there taking reservations.
You snapped an incredible picture. When he was like staring in his outfit. That's like I don't know, you're an artist anyway, but that's like a professional shot. I mean, it's beautiful.
Well, and I have to give credit where credit is due. That was a professional shot. That was the PhotoPass guy.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Well, so you did PhotoPass. I'm glad you did PhotoPass.
Oh no, it was wonderful. The PhotoPass. I mean, we worked the PhotoPass out. There were hundreds of pictures, and every time we saw someone in the the white shirt and the khaki vest, we were like, "Take our picture, take our."
Nice
picture.
job, because and for a family like yours, the first time. I mean, that's almost absolutely necessary. Perfect. All right, so you did the sing along. I recorded all of the sing along, and I've never released it. I like how you say you enjoyed that.
It was hilarious. The Frozen sing along, what they call them, the historians were a riot. I don't know if they rotate, if there's a lot of different ones, but we had the fellow was Eric, and he was making all of us laugh. My son was just belly laughing at all the things.
I was surprised. It's such a good show that was kind of just, it seemed to me like just kind of showed up, unannounced, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's fun to sing along, and it's really just the historians were kind of an unexpected hidden gem.
All right, what else did we get? Did you leave then and go over to Epcot?
Let's see, that day. Oh yeah, so this day we had hoped to have my parents watch the kids, and then my wife and I would get to go over and have just a nice relaxing adult time at Epcot and the Food and Wine Festival, and maybe do some rides. And
good plan. Good plan.
Yeah, great plan. And then, my wife was feeling unsure about leaving the infant with my parents, so she brought him on our date night.
Okay.
Yeah. So there were no rides to be had on our night, but we did get to eat a lot of food. And,
so you took advantage of at least the festival.
Yeah, we did get there, and we ate around the world, and we had a fun time, and it was kind of funny. There was a kind of an unexpected, like you're doing your meetup in March. There was another podcast that I listened to, the Disney Nerds, and they were doing their podcast that night, and they were at Epcot. So we met up with them and got to talk with them, and that was kind of cool.
Oh, were they live recording too?
Yeah, they were doing everything. They were periscoping. They had another fella there from the Mouseketeer. I think his name is Rod Wheaton, and he's got a podcast, so he was periscoping, and the Disney Nerds were periscoping, and it was just they had about 45 people that were kind of walking around.
Did you know they were going to be there that night?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I've listened to the podcast and I heard them say, months ago, they said, we're going to be there October. So look at my itinerary that I've been working up. And sure enough, that's the day we were planning on doing this night at Epcot. So it's perfect.
Awesome. Good to meet people that you listen to.
Yeah, very fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, and
that was great.
All right. Let's move into day 3. Where'd you go here on day 3? Did you go to park at all?
No, this was our rest day. This was scheduled as our rest day. So we were going to maybe lay around the pool or something like that. This is the one day that I gave my wife and I said, I'm not going to plan anything. So,
okay.
We ended up not doing the pool, but we went to Disney Springs and it had like the day before, like 2 days before, been christened Disney Springs. And so we were excited to see that. And a funny thing, we're coming down on the Magical Express on the 30th, and I guess it was like that day or the day before that they had announced it, and they had already changed the video that you watch on the Magical Express to reflect Disney Springs instead of downtown Disney. So they were
planned then, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, but anyway, Disney Springs is awesome. So beautiful. The theming in that middle area I thought was just gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm getting excited for it now. Mama's not a big downtown. Well, now Disney Springs. Gotta get rid of.
It's not downtown anymore.
Lindsay, are you a fan of it still, or will you go with me when we go in March?
I just have a fond memory of the West Side. So when people think Disney Springs or downtown Disney, they think of the Marketplace side. Yeah, which is like I don't care. I like the West Side. But
you're gonna want to go down and do some recon by the time we go because a lot will probably change.
It's not going to be done, but
it'll
probably be about the same as I remember.
You'll go with me. She'll go with me. I'll get her to go down there with me for sure. And Mama might go too because just to check out all the new stuff.
Yeah, and the new stuff. I mean, like Lindsay, was Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar open when you were there, or has that opened since?
No, it's open since.
Yeah,
because that place alone. I don't know if you're into Indiana Jones or anything like that, but the food is ridiculous. The theming is awesome. It's kind of quirky and very kind of in the know. A lot of very subtle references, but we loved that place. We ended up not being able to sit down because the kids were being a little impatient. But we ordered 3 items to go, and they were outstanding.
Oh, good.
What did we get? The deviled eggs with the crab on top. We got the tacos that are filled with falafel, and then the boulder sliders. Everything's kind of got funny names and tie-ins. Yeah, but everything was awesome. Everything was delicious.
Well, that's good to know.
That's one thing. The food in Disney Springs is really good.
Yeah, I'm looking for lots of new bars and restaurants opening up down there. That's very cool. I definitely want to check it out. All right. And then you did Fort Wilderness and the Trails End.
Yeah, so the day before we had kind of thought, maybe we'll do the Chippendale campfire, and so that sounded like a fun idea, and it was 8 p.m. I mean, you don't have to reserve that, so we were kind of like, all right, well, let's see how it goes. But I said, well, we're going to Fort Wilderness. I hear good things about Trails End being like the best deal on property in terms of the what you get for your money, and the food's real good.
Yeah.
So, and I'd never been to Fort Wilderness before, so we wanted to see what that was all about. And so we took a bus over to Fort Wilderness, and it was gorgeous.
I would have told you to take the boat, actually, Glenn.
We did take the boat because we were at Disney Springs.
Yeah.
So we needed to get straight to Fort Wilderness. So I think a bus is the only route.
Okay. You came from. I got you. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We came straight from Disney Springs, but then to get from Fort Wilderness back home at the end of the meal to the Contemporary, we did take the boat.
Oh, good.
Gorgeous.
Good thinking. Very smart thinking.
And Trails End was awesome. That whole settlement area. I would, we were seriously thinking about, like, should we stay at this resort next time? It's so un-Disney. It really feels like you're in another place, and then you get to take a little boat ride and boom, you're at Disney. It was kind of a nice change of pace.
Yeah. You talking about the Wilderness Lodge?
Yeah. The Fort Wilderness. We didn't actually make it to the lodge, but
that's a campground.
Just Fort
mostly,
Wilderness
right?
itself. Yeah, it's got campground. And then the settlement area has a beach. It's like a white sand beach. They've got volleyball courts. There's boats you can take out.
I think
games you can play.
We were there, right, Lindsay. We went over we did the Hoop-de-Doo review last time we were there.
Yes.
Which is right next to the Trails End.
Yeah, and the Mickey's Barbecue. All of those look like fun things to do. So we'll have to go back there and see what it's all about.
Awesome. Yeah, I like the ribs, fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Good food. Plenty to eat, right? You probably stuffed yourself.
Yep.
So what did you do? What did you do for the evening?
Oh, well, everybody went and fell asleep, full bellies and everything like that. And they were asleep around 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I looked and I said, oh, well, Magic Kingdom's open till 2 a.m. tonight. So just me, because AJ's asleep now. My little partner in crime is asleep. So I walked over to Magic Kingdom at about 9:30 p.m. and stayed until 2 a.m. just riding rides.
Wow. All by yourself. That's a riot.
It was super fun. It was really fun.
You're a wild man.
Well, after, I love my family so dearly, and you see that in the pictures and everything like that. But like having just a little alone time to do Disney and to
Good for you.
It was a nice change of pace as well.
You went commando big time.
Yeah, total. I did. I got my notes here. I did 12 rides in 4 hours, including 7 coasters. And I do like the coasters. I know you guys are not big into the coasters, right? But I wanted to go on the the rides that you have to be a little taller than my little guys can go on. So got on Space Mountain and the Mine Train and Big Thunder Mountain 3 times and Splash Mountain 2 times and and then 5 other rides.
That's cool. Was it crowded?
It was shockingly crowded, actually.
Oh,
I was
really?
thinking it would be a ghost town. It was not. Even at the last ride that I went on was the Mine Train. So at 1:15 in the morning, it had a 30-minute wait. There are children everywhere. It was it was wild. It was like the middle of the day.
So you still got on a lot of rides though, even with all the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I was almost at some point running through the park. I was running past people, dodging, bobbing and weaving.
Mama does this sometimes, right, Lindsay? She'll run off and do Magic Kingdom by herself too.
Yeah. When she's really into it, she's go.
She'll do that.
She did that at the Halloween party.
Yeah. You guys didn't get to the Halloween party, did you?
We didn't. It's a hard ticket event, that starts at like 7 p.m. I mean, we could get in at 4, but it did make sense. Our kids go to sleep, so early that, it just didn't make sense for us to pay that extra price. So, there was one day that we were there at Magic Kingdom and, we stayed right up until 7 and all the people in their costumes start flooding in. They start coming around.
That's fun.
And that was all. I mean, the kids loved walking around and seeing Mr. Incredible and Elsa and Elsa. And then there was Elsa and then another Elsa.
There's a lot of Elsas down there on a regular day.
Yeah.
Never mind the Halloween party. But so you went to bed, sometime after 2 a.m. So you walked probably back that path, right? Back to the Bay Lake Tower. And then you up at 5 a.m. to get going again for Magic Kingdom?
I've got one of these Fitbits that keeps track of your sleep and how much you walk and everything like that. And that was a 3-hour sleeping that night. So like, wow.
Sleep when you're dead, I guess.
Exactly. Well, it's been 6 years coming and 2 years of planning.
Good for you. Yeah. You want to get your money's worth. I get it. Now, so the 4th day, we're getting down here.
Yes.
Over halfway. And what'd you do?
This will go quicker because by the 4th day, we are all exhausted.
You're pooped, all right?
And, a couple of us have colds already. So my poor little 2-year-old, he touches everything and then, he doesn't have pockets where he puts his hands. He puts them in his mouth. So so he got sick first and then he just, proceeded to give it to all of us. We all had runny noses.
Wow. Well, you never know it from looking at the pictures. Some of the challenges you had here. You guys are always looked happy and having a ball.
Yeah, we did have a good time, and it's funny. The memories are covered in gold, and that wonderful haze when you think back on it. All the bad stuff fades away. But yeah, so day 4 we went back to Magic Kingdom, and this was Pirates Day because we didn't do like you said a Mickey's Not So Scary night party. We decided to dress the kids up on this day in their pirate outfits and have them just parade around the park, as if it was Halloween.
I'm so glad you did that. One thing we always regret we never did with Lindsay was dress her up as a princess.
I know you guys are.
She was. Well,
you messed up.
You were even at 8 years old. You would have done it. And that's the one regret. We did dress Ben up as Peter Pan. He had to have a Peter Pan outfit, and that was really cute. But I'm so glad you did this. I got to ask, how much did that set Dad back anyway for two pirates dressed up?
Well, so we bought them online beforehand. We bought like all their, stuff online beforehand. And so they were like $10, on Amazon. And it was a nice little kit. But then AJ, he's old enough that he can do the Pirates League that they run, where this is like a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique for boys. So they took him in and they gave him a pirate makeover with a black eye and a scar and a beard and everything like that. And he got some treasure. So he was really done up and he had a great time. That was not expensive. I think it was like $30 or $40.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And does that mean you get over there and play around with Jack Sparrow too when you do that?
I think Jack Sparrow has a meetup like right across the way, but he wasn't there. We didn't see him. So I don't know about that.
So the Pirates League is the part where you're getting dressed up and doing the makeup and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. And they go through, like, you do an oath and, they really make it like you've just become a pirate and you join the Pirate League and all that stuff. And they give you things, a sword and some treasure. And it's really cute, actually. And he was into it. They're all into it. Yeah.
Awesome. So what's this kids' night out?
Yeah, so this last night, we decided that we were going to have a real, honest-to-goodness adult night, no babies or anything like that, and so we hired an actual, professional sitter. So kids' night out was the, hands down recommended by everyone babysitting service that comes into your room. And so we actually hired two because we had three kids. My wife thought that it would be better if we had double coverage, one for the infant and then one for the two guys. So, so we had two wonderful, women who came in and watched the kids for, I think it was about 5 hours, from like 5 to 10.
Yep.
And they were great.
Cool.
I want to give a real shout out here to Kids Night Out. Our baby had not taken a bottle from anyone, from any stranger. And Great. She got him to take a bottle and was giving my wife notes on, how to do it at the end of the night. Oh, perfect.
So these are not Disney cast members. This is another service that provides this then.
Yeah. So they're a separate, organization from offsite, but they are, I guess, Disney certified, or bona fide or something that Disney, if you look for babysitting on Disney's website, they are the only site that comes up. So
very good. I never heard this. That's nice. Thank you, Glenn. Good tips. And so what did Mom and Dad do?
So Mom and Dad did a little pool time, and then we met up with my folks over at the Polynesian. We were just like scrambling to see what kind of reservations we could find, and Kona came up, and so we went over to the Polynesian on the monorail and enjoyed Kona. And that resort, Kurt, I see what you fell in love with.
Yeah, now that it's all finished.
Yeah, and we totally missed the renovation, but it looks gorgeous, and the kids play area, the water play area by the pool, looks so much fun. I want to go there, and
that's the only way. You probably heard me describe it. I don't know if it was just sometimes things move you at different times. I don't know. My jaw just dropped we stayed there years and years ago, but I don't know. Just staying there again just recently. I was just really floored about the vibe over there and the decor and everything about it. It's my kind of place. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's got that kind of classy thing like you get over at the Bay Lake Tower, but then it's got such immersive theming, and you're transported to that kind of Polynesian mindset. I actually just felt kind of more relaxed being there. Maybe it was not having the kids.
That had something to do with it. Yeah, I get you.
And the what was that drink that in the pineapple that they give? The Lapu Lapu that I had.
Good. You had a couple drinks there before you had dinner.
Yeah, it's adult time. Let's
nice. Why not? Very nice. Yeah. Oh yes, we love that place. The meal looked good. You said you felt like it was so, but I saw the pictures. I was on the bus coming home from work today, and I was looking on Facebook at your Kona Cafe pictures, and I was getting really hungry.
Sorry. Yeah, the food was good. I don't want to say that it wasn't good, but I'd read some reviews that said it was like one of the best steaks on property, on par with Yachtsman and Le Cellier. So I was like, all right, I'm getting that steak. And, I think it was like $34 for the steak, which, that's probably one of the more expensive steaks I've ever eaten. And, and it was only kind of so-so.
Yeah, and, I can hear you there. We've always had good meals over there. I think everyone in our parties always enjoyed it. So yeah, but I can hear you about that. I mean, to compare it with some of the steakhouses and the best steakhouses on property, I don't think I'd do that. That's not fair.
Yeah, that was probably not a fair comparison. I went in with that mindset, but it was good, and they had the good sushi and the good drinks and everything. Everyone was pleased, but try for Ohana next time. Gosh, yeah.
Yes, you got to do Ohana, especially as your kids. If you go again when they're a little bit older, you guys will have a ball there. You got a little flavor for it, and it's definitely a kid's place over at Ohana.
Yeah.
I love it there. All right, let's get into the last day, Glenn.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
I know it's. I hate the last day.
Yeah, so last day, and we decided that because our trip was only gonna be these 5 nights, that we were gonna try to get 6 days out of it and go to the parks and everything. So we had a very late flight that night, so we decided we were gonna do Magic Kingdom again. So we ran over there. We got Peter Pan and Small World and Mermaid and the Tomorrowland Speedway and Buzz and everything in there, before the kids' nap time. And I want to say, how wonderful the resorts are, because we had a little extra magic on that last day. Like I said, we had the late flight out, and all of our kids need naps, especially at this point in the trip. They were really running on fumes. But we had to check out of our Bay Lake Tower, room at I think 10 or 11 or something like that.
Right.
So we checked out before we went to the Magic Kingdom, and cast members down there, and she said, "Is there anything that you can help us out with? Could we sleep on the out by the pool?"
Oh wow.
And they said, "No, we'll get you a room." So they found us a garden, one of those, I think they call them garden apartment rooms at the Contemporary. There's the big Contemporary building, and there's a kind of low-lying buildings next to it.
Right.
Yeah. So they found us a room there, a nap room. They didn't charge us anything for it. They just, gave us a key and went in there for a couple hours and took a nap, and that kind of got us through. It was really nice.
Never heard that. That's really cool. Nice.
Yeah, I don't think that's a policy or anything.
No, right.
They were just awesome to us.
Wow.
We had a very good experience with the staff of the Contemporary and Bay Lake Tower, and
isn't it nice? Yeah, it's like I said, you get spoiled, and it's not just the accommodations and the location. It's definitely the staff. That's really awesome. I love that. And so then you flew out.
Yeah, flew out, got home. Everyone was exhausted, and all of us are sick. I'm still a little sniffly. I hope that didn't come through on the recording too much.
Not at all. I know it's funny when you go down to Florida. It seems like Florida has all the.
It's just there's just germs everywhere.
Is it the planes?
Is it everywhere?
Is it the humidity? I don't know what it is, but yeah, a lot of people will catch a cold.
Too many people there. Way too many.
No, that's probably it too. Wow. So any last moments or comments then?
Just one comment, and it's for you, Kurt, and you, Lindsay, and everyone, in the Geekin, podcast world. Thank you. We started talking about and thinking about this trip a couple of years ago.
I was going to say it was at least a year and a half.
Yeah, absolutely. And, a lot of thought went into it, a lot of research went into it. And, there were tough times, with, dealing with the dynamics of the kids and everyone, we had an unforgettable time. And the thing that lingers after the trip are only the good memories. Yeah. And, so many of those memories and, funny things like posing with the Geekin shirt instead of the Mexico Pavilion and the little magic and Bay Lake Tower and just all the wonderful things, so much of it, I wanted to say thank you to you guys for creating this forum and for getting me excited outside of, the park so that we could really be excited in the park too.
That is awesome. Thank you, Glenn. And, our pleasure. We love doing this. And you made me think about when our kids were little and, you get those meltdowns and, the crying during the opening of the special song, the morning show. I mean, I mean, but we still have, me and Mom have fond memories of when the kids were little. I got posters. We had big posters made when they were. It dawns our family room from those trips. So yeah, those are memories you'll never forget. And I hope you get to go again real soon, Glenn.
Me too. Back to another DVC, I think.
Yes.
You've ruined things. Yeah.
Can't go down again.
I hope you run into some big money because the DVC is getting more expensive year after year. But all right. That was so much fun. And, well, we went well over an hour, but that's okay. I was having so much fun. I wasn't going to cut you off.
Thank you. Me too.
That was so good. All right. Well, like Glenn says, we are a community of Disney World enthusiasts, and we're loving this Facebook group, Lindsay. So like I was saying before, just get a hold of me and
tell us what you're planning, what's going on, or if you got questions that we can help you out with. There's a lot of experts out there. We got travel agents. We got people who have just been, who are going. Lots of experience and love sharing that. And so, and we're going to have a new guest on next week too. I got to get that scheduled. We're going to do another roundtable coming up soon. I think the topic, Lindsay, is actually going to be Disney World with adults. Ooh.
What to do.
Adults only.
Adults only. That is Judy's topic. She wants to be on the show. Invite a couple other super geekers and do that. I want to record those next week. But so we're going to keep having guests on the show. It's going to be lots of fun. What else? Oh, you know what I learned, Lindsay? We're always begging for iTunes reviews. Not begging, but saying.
It's begging.
Well, I guess. I like getting that, but I just heard recently from a podcast I listened to, what gets you higher up in the rankings is actually new listeners. Mm-hmm. So the best thing you guys can do is share our podcast with your friends.
But you can also leave us a nice comment.
But we love the comment. Yeah. Nothing, for our ego at least.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I had a good time, Glenn. Thanks a lot. And Lindsay, as usual.
It was a pleasure.
Ready to say goodnight?
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for going Geekin' on WDW with us. See you later, guys. All right, are we ready to go? Lindsay, stop yawning.
Okay.
She goes takes a nap before she comes home from school.
It's late for me too. I'm normally in bed 8:30, 9 o'clock as soon as these kids go down. So
I am
if I yawn and I'll just slap myself because I'm too far away. So
I try to do it away from the microphone, but he still gives me the stink eye.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the video. I just got Kurt's picture, kind of looking at me.
I can put the video on.
You don't have to.
We need to do the
Where's my video?
The Periscope app. I need to set that up, but we need a mount for.
There he is.
It's not. Hello.
Well, I know it's not going to be Periscope. It's going to be something else, but I know.
Blab.
Whatever. It's the same thing.
Yeah, we got lots to do.
Live stream. So, but I almost picked up a little mount at the Dollar Tree because they had one like for your phone. It's like a fake selfie stick. Like off-brand, and I was like, that would be nice to hold the thing for Periscope. But I was like, I don't feel like spending the money, even if it was just $1.
All right.
Would they even let you in with it?
Oh no!
Yeah. No.
In my house, no.
Oh, in your house? I thought that was for the meetup you were talking.
No.
Yeah, well,
they're banned now officially.
Like tight ship. I don't know. Maybe.
No, with Blab you can use your PCs.
Oh, I don't have a PC.
Your computer. Your Mac.
Old school.
Yeah, I've got a laptop. I've got a PC. She has a
MacBook.
Yes. Very nice.
Get my ass straightened out here.
You're gonna be sitting here for a while.
That's not Disney language.
I got a cushion. Right? Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. That was not the family part.
It's more universal language than Disney language.
All right. Yes, let's clean things up here. You ready to go?
Ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
78 episodes ago.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's crazy.
If my math is
20s
right.
or 50,
Yeah.
20s something.
I'll never forget episode 12.
There you go.
Wow.
That is right. I am going to mention that. Okay.